Ducks will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that,
turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grab behind the line. It's McGowan. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on a toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Well, that's a great job by the quarterback there not panicking, right? Because you know it's a blitz. Trust me, you know you're going to get blasted. But you keep reading coverage and you find your check down throw, get it out of your hands, and pick up the first down.
They'll go to the toss. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show, or listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it. It's McGowan. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore to the air, using the quick game. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Makes it past the marker. Delivers the stiff arm. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Moore will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oregon! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that kid.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try it over the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field this way, they're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore to the air. Got a man. It's Anthony. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in his slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch him with...
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. At the 20, he's got space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to open this drive with a pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Moore to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now.
There he goes! Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Ducks line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Grabs it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Moore to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Ole Miss. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Makes a grab for a big play. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They're working that left side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. connection. Give him 6. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for room, it's Pringle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here we go. The give to the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
A little release to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Washington right back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires to the right. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Huskies! A great catch and run for 6.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Pulls it in. It's Anthony. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.